Welcome to this edition of On the Scene. I'm your host, Tim Kelly. On today's program, we're going to highlight a couple of September events. That'll be the Walk to End Alzheimer's and also the Taste of Suffolk Downtown Street Festival. Plus, we'll be promoting the Suffolk Parks and Recreation Fall and Winter Athletic Leagues. Stay tuned. Welcome back to On the Scene. Today's segment, we're going to be talking about a very serious topic, but a great event that's going to be coming up here in the city of Suffolk. Again, this is the Walk to End Alzheimer's. It'll be held on September the 20th at Constance War Park and Marina. And to talk about that event, we have the honorary chairperson and our mayor, Linda Johnson. And we also have Gino Columbara, who is the president and CEO of the Southeastern Virginia chapter of the Alzheimer's Association. Thank you both for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Appreciate it. Well, before we talk about the event, let's talk a little bit about your organization and as far as sort of the reach and the area that you cover, and also talk about some of the services that the Alzheimer's Association in our area provides.
Sure. Well, we cover all of southeastern Virginia, so about 7,400 square miles. We go up to the Maryland line of the Eastern Shore, through James City County, and as far west as Farmville and South Boston. Okay. So we cover quite a large distance. We're dealing with a disease that affects about 5 million Americans, 130,000 of which reside here in Virginia. So our mission is obviously threefold: to first and foremost to eliminate Alzheimer's disease and advance research to do that. And while we're doing that, to support and enhance care and support for all those affected, and also to promote brain health to reduce the risk of dementia. So our Walk to End Alzheimer's is really that, a walk to end Alzheimer's. We want to put an end to this disease so we can help those 5 million Americans who are dealing with it, and also our local community members who are dealing with it. And also, while we're advancing research, is really provide that help for today in terms of support programs and things of that nature. We have a 24-hour helpline that people can contact us at 800-272-3900, day or night, and it's in 170 different languages. Oh, wow. So no matter where a person is, they can call that number, they'll get a live person. We also have close to 40 support groups throughout our region. We also do care consultations, and all these family services are free, thanks to the funds that we raise through the Walk to End Alzheimer's. We also have early stage programming for those in the early stages of the disease. We find that although 1 in 9 65 and older are prone to get Alzheimer's, there are about, of that 500 million, there are about 200,000 who are younger than 60. We're helping many families who are in their 50s dealing with this disease, and that's alarming in and of itself. Indeed. And they have young children, so they are very fearful of the risks that their children might be exposed to. So they're really advocating out there to put an end to this disease. And all these services are, like I said, for the most part, free to the families. Education is a key component. Right now, education is the treatment to this disease. Understanding the disease, its progression, and what resources are available. So the walk, in and of itself, other than increasing funding to help advance research and support our programs and services, it also is about building community. It's about getting people together, getting them engaged, and know that they are not alone on this maze called Alzheimer's. The other diseases like cancer, heart disease, AIDS, diabetes, those have gone down, and the reason being is the investment made in research. You know, so we have to make that investment to really save people's lives and reduce medical costs. Because if we make that investment now, we will do those two things. And right now, we're investing only about $566 million in a disease that affects 5 million and has the potential by mid-century to be 16 million. And this is not just a disease that affects people in the United States, it's a worldwide epidemic. 44 million people are affected worldwide with this disease. And for 2014, it's estimated that we will have spent $214 billion in direct care costs, $150 billion of which is in Medicare, Medicaid, and we're only investing $566 million. So there's something wrong with that picture. So we have to take the lead on that. And the U.S. National Alzheimer's Association is the largest not-for-profit funder of Alzheimer's research. Since 1982, we have funded about 2,200 best of field projects at a cost of about $315 million. But that's a dime in the bucket of what we really need to advance this. So public policy is a big part of this.
And Mayor, just to get your thoughts as far as about Alzheimer's and certainly as far as the impact it has on really all of us and throughout the community, and really throughout, as we talked about, the world really, but specifically bringing it a little closer to home. Just your initial thoughts.
Well, I got involved in the walk several years ago, actually, and I think for me it's to see all the people, not just the patients, but the caregivers, the families, and how they're affected by all of it. I had the occasion to have a very dear friend that started in their early 50s, and it progressed very quickly, and so I kind of went through that as a neighbor and a friend. So I saw the devastation, like I say, not only to the patient, but to everyone surrounding it. So it's so important. And this event, as devastating as this disease is, this is a very uplifting event. Because it's all about helping and giving, need for the caregivers, need for the patients, the emotional support. And I think Gino says it best, just knowing that you're not alone in that maze. And I'd like to point out, too, that as before the walk, there's a lot going on in a lot of places, bake sales and all types of things. The teams are out there raising their money to make this a success. And it is so very important for all of the reasons that Gino has mentioned. I'm honored to be that honorary sponsor. It gives me a great feeling to be a part of it.
Now, the event, of course, again, is September the 20th at Constance Wharf. Let's talk about some of the specifics. I believe it can be either anywhere between a 1 to a 3 mile walk.
Correct.
But if you want to participate, whether it be on a team, as an individual, how can someone get involved?
It is easy. They can call that 800 number, 800-272-3900, or they can go to our website at alz.org/SEVA. When you get to our website, it's right up there, the Walk to End Alzheimer's. You click on it, you can register as an individual, or you can join a team.
Okay.
And we hope that, we are just thrilled to have the mayor as our honorary chair this year, because she is there every year, so she really is a big part of this. And she speaks so passionately about this disease, and really, the walk, other than building community, raising funds, raising awareness, it really shows the faces of Alzheimer's. And we have a wonderful ceremony, part of it which is a promise garden ceremony. And we have 4 flowers. Each flower either represents someone who currently has a disease, someone who's lost someone as a result of the disease, someone who's a current caregiver, and someone who's an advocate. So everyone who comes to that walk can pick a flower that's closely represents where they are in this disease process. And then we have people who represent each flower tell their story. And it brings the face of Alzheimer's to the forefront of why we are all together to do this. So we really would love to have the whole Western Tidewater and the Suffolk community to come out, really grow this walk here in Suffolk. It's a beautiful location, and it kicks off our season of 6 walks. So September 20th. So it's very easy, just 800-272-3900, or just go online, alz.org/SEVA.
Now, what other events are, when someone shows up for the walk, obviously it's more than just the walk.
Sure.
What does it take? Do you have to pay an entry fee, or is it just a matter of signing up and then you try to raise money through your walk to donate back to
There is no entry fee. You can just sign up. If you raise $100 or more, you get a walk T-shirt.
Very nice.
And they're very popular. And the nice thing about it has a little place where you can say why you're walking, because everyone has a reason. And the Alzheimer's, they can put their reason on their T-shirt. Also, if you raise $500 or more, you become a champion. And there are certain gifts, incentives for that as well. Nice. So there's a lot of opportunity to get some momentums from the specific day. But the greatest gift that is given is the ability to advance our way to end this disease and also help those families who are currently dealing with the disease, so they know they're not alone with this disease. And again, the greatest gift of all is your voice.
That's right.
That's why, we've gotten $100 million last year that was put towards Alzheimer's research on a federal level. And that was based on people's voices, going out there and telling our representatives this is an urgent issue and we have to address it. And we're asking for more research funding again for the next fiscal budget.
Mayor, having participated before, talk about your experiences with the walk.
Well, I think the stories, as you said, it's a very emotional piece of it, because you begin to hear how it truly affects, and the patients speak as well. And it's very it's emotional. In fact, the entire walk is emotional, but it's also a good feeling of knowing of all these. The other thing is there are groups along the way. Some of them are healthcare providers. Some of them, that will give you information and will do things to make that walk a little bit easier. It's a real fulfilling thing. I would encourage all Western Tidewater people, not just Suffolk, but all of them, to come out and join us on September 20th. You will be happy that you did. You leave with a very good feeling. And this is something that can affect any one of us.
That's right.
And we need to remember that and be together.
And again, I think we've mentioned all throughout the piece so far. Certainly you have the person who's dealing with the disease, him or herself, but it's also gives the care providers and the impact on the family and things, because it really does pull the family in as far as everyone to kind of step up to have to play their own part in helping the person that's afflicted with that kind of get through the process and everything. Correct?
And you will see the families from the great-grandchildren all the way up through, and that's just really neat to see those families all together.
It is really a family and community event.
Now, the day of, will there be education components as well? I would presume, obviously, because like you said, it's not just about walking and raising the money, but it's also about the education to get the information out there to the community.
Most definitely. We have program tents that has all our services.
Great.
We have opportunities for people to sign up to be an advocate, and that's very important. So they can get engaged in support groups, they can get engaged in our family orientations, they can get materials that will benefit them in terms of navigating this course of Alzheimer's. Also, there's wonderful sponsors at local community organizations that are related to Alzheimer's care, so they can find out about that as well.
Okay.
Plus, we are very fortunate. We have a 2014 Camry XLE sedan that got donated to us by the Hampton Roads Toyota Group, and we're raffling that off. So tickets will be available for $5, and that all goes to help support the walk and our goal to end Alzheimer's.
Okay. So again, the Walk to End Alzheimer's, September the 20th at Constance Wharf Park. And again, Gino, if you could tell us again the phone number and the website if people would like to register.
Sure, 800-272-3900, and that's either to register or if you need help with dealing with Alzheimer's disease. And also our website at alz.org/SEBA as Southeastern Virginia. And right on the front page, you'll see the Walk to End Alzheimer's.
And the time is?
The time is registration is 8:30.
Okay.
And the walk ceremony begins around 9:40, and the actual walk begins at 10.
Perfect. Yep. Good deal. Well, we're looking forward to a great event here in the city of Suffolk. Mayor, thank you for joining us today, and look forward to your honorary chairmanship, so to speak, for the event. And Gino, thank you for spending time with us and sharing some great information as far as, again, educating everyone about Alzheimer's and certainly about the walk, but also more about the organization and the resources that are out there in our community.
Well, thank you. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Tim.
Thank you. And we'll have more on the scene when we return. Welcome back to On the Scene. We're now going to spend some time with the folks over here at Parks and Recreation talking about one special event and a whole slew of special activities that will be happening here in the city of Suffolk. And joining us today, Emily Upton, the Special Events Coordinator with the City of Suffolk, and Rob Ramos, who is the Recreation Specialist too. And Rob will join us near the end of the segment to talk about fall athletic leagues, and a lot to talk about there. But we're going to lead it off with Taste of Suffolk. That's right, the 8th annual Taste of Suffolk event is coming around. And Emily, we're coming up on September the 13th is the big day. Tell us a little bit about what Taste of Suffolk is all about in case someone's never experienced it.
Of course. Taste of Suffolk is a open street fair we bring to downtown Suffolk. We rope off like 3 city blocks, and we have all the restaurants out to showcase kind of what they have to offer the city and maybe show a unique meal to someone who hasn't been to their restaurant before. Right. But we also bring on other things such as merchant vendors. We have a new car show as well as a large kids area for the little ones. And of course the best thing is the event is free. So really to attend doesn't cost you anything. We have plenty of free parking in and around the downtown area. But of course, as you noted, the restaurateurs or the people that have all their food out there will have sort of smaller portion size things that you could sample. Now that'll be at cost though, correct? Yes, yes. They try to keep it between $1 and $3 and a smaller sample size so you can try a little bit of everything without getting too full. Okay. Now again, we'll have what, 3 event stages total for the event. What kind of entertainment can we expect? On the Market Street stage, we will be having a couple big bands. We have Slightly Under Par, Wesley Spangler, who is a country artist out of Maryland. And we also have the Hotcakes, who have been rescheduled from the 4th of July performance. Good deal. On our kids stage over on West Washington Street, which is a new expansion this year. We're moving the kids area from down by Finney Street to West Washington to showcase all that they've expanded in that area. Very nice. And that will have we'll have dancers, cheerleading groups, and a bunch of kids shows to showcase down there. Okay. And then we'll also have a DJ on Main Street for music all day long, as well as to have some contests there. Our big one with Buffalo Wild Wings.
Now, what kind of contest are we talking about? No, obviously, it's food related, right?
Yes,
okay.
yes. We will be having the Hot Wing Challenge with Buffalo Wild Wings again this year. We're bringing them out again.
Okay.
Very excited. And we'll also have ongoing kids contests throughout the day.
Good deal. Now, is there any expense to sign up for one of the contests?
Not at all.
Okay.
We encourage everyone to come to the contest booth down by the stage and sign up so they're there.
Okay.
The contests are going to be at 1 and 3 for the Hot Wing Challenge, and the kids contest will be running all day long.
Okay. Now, we mentioned free parking already. What are some of the parking areas in and around that area that people can access? Some of which are probably really readily known, and other ones, oh, I didn't realize that was there or forgot that was there.
Of course. Well, the First Baptist on Main Street, which used to be our kids area, is now open for free parking.
Okay.
Godwin parking lot. Saratoga Street has parking as well, and behind the West Washington stores as well.
Okay. Now, of course, that area, what's the section of downtown Suffolk that people will be blocked off to vehicular traffic the day of, and what time does that start as well?
The road closures will start at 6 a.m.
Okay.
There will be no parking on Main Street or West Washington in the areas where the event is, starting at 3 a.m.
Okay.
The roads are closed North Main Street from the overpass all the way up to Finney Avenue.
Got it.
And for Saratoga, from Saratoga on West Washington Street over to Commerce.
Okay. And again, everything will be very nicely marked, and again, we'll have some of our...
Yes, Public Works will be out there with
Good
signs
deal.
to let everyone know where the detours are.
Perfect. Now, for the concerts and some of the activities that are going on Main Street there, do you suggest people bring their own chairs?
Yes, we do have areas where they can sit, but we also will have large tents for people to eat under so that they can sit and relax with the family and listen to the music.
Now, some of the vendors, what kind of merchandise are we talking about? I'm sure it's kind of a mixed bag, right?
It is. We have political groups. We have home improvement stores out there. We'll have artisans, crafters, woodworkers, everyone's favorite bag shops, and jewelry stores as well.
Good deal. So I guess you can kind of start your morning off at the farmer's market and then bring it on down to Main Street for the, and again, what are the hours for the Taste of Suffolk?
It opens at 11 a.m. and goes till 5 p.m. and stuff will be going all day long.
Now, if someone was watching this program and like more information about Taste of Suffolk, I know we've covered a good bit here already, should they contact you?
Of course they can.
Okay.
My direct number is 757-514-7267, and they can also check out our website, suffolkva.us/Taste of Suffolk.
Okay, good deal. And again, of course, you can visit there to get all the vendors and all the people, everybody's going to be there. Types of food. What kind of types of food are we going to have?
We have different groups, like vintage taverns. We have mosaics from the Suffolk Cultural Center of Arts. We have Ricky and Roy's. We have indulged cuisine. We have Rajput cuisine. And a bunch of others that are all listed on the website.
So good variety. So really, everybody should be able to find something that they enjoy.
Of course, and also what's nice out there is a couple of the restaurants that are on Main Street will be extending their ABC lines if you'd like to kind of sit outside and have a nice beer on the great day.
Good deal, good deal. And again, so we're talking about Saturday, September the 13th, and again the times?
11 to 5.
11 to 5. Good deal. All right, well, Rob, we're going to shift gears a little bit, talk athletics. So again, we get you filled up. Now we got to burn off some of that energy. Rob, talk about what's going on with the fall registration right now for athletic programs with Parks and Recreation. What are some of the sports we're talking about? And I believe we're talking about both for youth and adults, right?
We are, yes. With youth programs, we have indoor soccer. That's one of our popular ones, along with youth basketball. It's another one. And we also have cheerleading.
Okay.
So those are wide ranges from as young as 4 years old all the way up to the age of 15.
Good
so
deal.
we have a wide range of anybody who can participate in those age ranges. For adults, we do have adult volleyball. That is coming up. We'll be starting registration. It's actually already started.
Okay.
But we will be going until September 12th. So you do have time. That's only $175 per team.
Okay.
But you don't have to be a team. You can also be an individual. It's just $30 per individual to sign up.
Very good.
On one of our free agent teams.
Okay.
So games are going to be on Monday nights.
All right.
They start at 6:30 p.m.
Okay.
They're just an hour long, and all games are going to be at McBen Junior Recreation Center.
Good deal. Now, if someone wanted to register, what are the means? How can they do that?
There's two ways that they can register.
Okay.
They can either go online to our online website at www.suffolkva.us/parks. On that link, there should be an online registration link.
Okay.
They can follow that to the second page, and then they can click on the adult link, and then they'll see a list of all the adult sports that we offer.
Got it.
So they can also sign up for tennis. Tennis is another one that we have.
Good deal.
On Tuesdays and Thursdays over at Lake Mead Park.
Right.
At our Howard Mass Tennis Center. Those times are at 6:30 and 7:30. So it's an hour long for only $13 a month. You can't beat that price. So they meet once a week.
Right.
So you get 4 sessions for $13, which is really great.
Now, is that match play or are those lessons?
Those are lessons.
Lessons, okay.
We do have match play, and we have our rally nights. Those are on Wednesday nights. So any adults can come out. It's just $13 for Wednesday night tournament play. We also have Saturday morning play from 9 a.m. till 12:30.
Okay.
So they can come out and play. There is no cost for the Saturday morning ones. We just want as many adults to come out and play the game of tennis.
Okay. Now, is there any, with skill levels, does it make a difference? You kind of get slotted in with people who are probably more at your level, or how does that work?
Yes, we try to pair up as much as we can with skill levels. It ranges from our beginners coming from the tennis lessons all the way to the adults that have been playing for years. We even have some of the tennis coaches from the high schools come out.
Very nice.
At least get a chance to play.
Yeah.
So.
Now, when you're talking about the youth sports, again, with the youngsters, do they have to have any type of experience? I mean, obviously you have coaches and you're trying to get them into sports at the younger ages, but how does that work as well?
They don't have to have any experience.
Okay.
The best thing about it is that anybody can sign up for any sport.
Right.
Even if you're a really good basketball player, you can still do soccer as well too.
Correct.
So it's wide variety that they can, change it up if they want to try a different sport. We always welcome brand new players to the game. And we do have coaches, some coaches that are brand new, other coaches have been coaching for, the longest one we've had is about 14 years.
Okay.
So he's been doing high school, he's done younger, he's done older groups, and he still keeps coming back every year, which is great to have him back. But the wide variety of coaches will help the kids learn, basic skills of the game, and then they'll also learn, advanced skills and dribbling and teamwork. So that's our biggest goal, is just learning how to be a team.
Okay. Now, with the youth sports leagues, let me ask you this: we're talking both practice and games. So again, is there a sort of a build-up session where you have a lot of practices before you actually get to the game, so everybody gets familiar with one another? The coach does, and then also the players with their teammates and everything.
Yes.
Okay.
The first thing that does come up is we have tryouts, which is on November 1st and November 8th. So once you do sign up for the league, if you are in the age range of 8 to 15, you do have to go to a tryout.
Okay.
That helps balance out the teams.
Right.
So that's the main reason why we have the tryouts.
Okay.
After the tryouts, then the coaches will select the players.
Right.
They'll give the parents a phone call, and then they'll start practicing on December 1st.
Okay.
So practices are normally once a week. For the month of December, they will be practicing twice a week.
Okay.
So they'll have practice during the weekdays for about an hour and a half, and then they'll practice on Saturday mornings for about 1 hour.
Okay.
So they get 2 different types of practice. The coach gets to work with them a little bit more. They get to learn the team, learn the coach, and learn the game a lot better.
Exactly.
Once we head into January, that's when the games start. Games will start the second weekend of January.
Okay.
For the younger groups, they start on Friday nights. For the older groups, they start on Saturday mornings.
Okay.
And then it's an 8-week-long season. We'll wrap back up on the 14th of March. That'll be our championship game. So we're excited for a full season like we have been for the last couple of years. So.
Good deal. Now, when you say tryouts, just to be clear, that's really more of like a skills test.
It is.
Correct? I mean, if you want to play, you're going to play.
Yes.
It's just a matter of, like you said, you're trying to get the skill levels kind of judged so that the coaches don't, you kind of, like you said, balance the teams out.
Yeah,
right?
we want to make sure that all the coaches get a chance to see the players.
Right.
So it gives them a chance to pick the different players that they want on their team.
Okay.
For all the coaches that do come in, we are still looking for volunteers as well too.
Okay.
So if there's anybody out there that wants to help coach a team or to be a team mom or even to lead their own team, you're very much welcome. We do allow a male or female. So if you have a son or daughter, you can get them on your team. So that's a guaranteed pick for your team.
Right.
And then for the kids, like I said, it's just a tryout just to make sure that everybody's out there to have fun.
Sure. And
it gives a chance for the coaches to get a chance to see the kids.
Good deal.
So everybody does make the team.
Right.
It's not a high school tryout where you're going to get cut or anything like that. But everybody does make the team, and it helps balance out the teams. That's what our main goal is. We want everybody to be competitive.
Rob, somebody's watching this segment, and I know we just have a couple seconds left here, but real quickly, if you could give us your contact information if people would like more information about the registration or about the league themselves.
Okay. Well, I'll tell a little bit about the registration process.
Okay.
You don't have to come to our main office here. You can go to one of our 6 different recreation centers from 5:30 to 7:30, Monday through Thursday. You can register on site there, so we do try to make it easier. If you can't get to us, you can also register online, as we've already talked about. Or if you have any questions, you can always call me on my work phone at 757-514-7270, or you can reach me by email at rramos@suffolkva.us.
Good deal. All right. Well, Rob, Emily, thanks for both joining us, talk about the great things that are coming up here with Suffolk Parks and Recreation. And that will do it for this edition of On the Scene. We'll see you next time.